Welcome to our channel EM3 365. Like and subscribe, then press the bell icon and select all. By doing this, our new videos will reach you always. This is for plus 2 computer science subject. In plus 2 computer science subject, there's a Python programming language. In Python programming language, there is a input and output functions. So in this video, I am going to explain what is input and output functions and how to use these input and output functions, and then how to interact with that Python program by using these input and output functions. First, these input and output functions, these are used to interact with the program to accomplish a desired task, or to complete or to perform a desired task and give the desired results. That's what we need to use these input and output functions in Python programming language. First, we take the print function. The print function is the output function. This print output function, which is used to give the display or give the data or results to the user, or to print on the output screen. That's what print functions. So here I have given an example how to use this print function, that means output function. The output function is print functions. Actually, very simply, the output function which is used to display the results on the output screen. That's what print function or output function. Here an example for a print function. Here first, print function, in between open and closing parentheses we can give the string. Wherever or whenever we want to use the string, at the moment this string must be surrounded by the double upper quotations. Then only the Python programming language or any other language can take or accept this string. Otherwise it will prompt an error. How to use this? What is this? Like that error will be prompted. First, in the first example, print and opening and closing parentheses, in between these opening and closing parentheses there is a string to be displayed as output. This is result. The string to be displayed as output. So the string to be displayed as output is a string in between opening and closing parentheses, and the string is surrounded by the double upper quotations. Then only the program will accept this as a string and print. This is one method to use print function. And another one method to use this print function, that means output function, is here. Another example, print in between opening and closed parentheses there is variable. Variable means in the first example we use the string directly given by the user in between opening and closing parentheses of print function to display on the output screen. But now we are using variable. Variable means a variable is stored, a variable name is stored, already stored in a computer memory. So, and that variable, there is a value. Here we are printing the variable value. That's what variable. Here variable, first variable is a variable name. But in variable might be the value in the memory that will be printed on the output screen. This is second way. And third method to use the print function. Third method is the same one, but in the first example we have used only string, and in a second method, in a second example we have used the variable. Two different objects, two different elements. First element is a direct string element given by the programmer or the user, and second is the variable, that's also given by the programmer, but the variable already declared and given a value that might be stored in the computer memory. In the second example we displayed the stored value as an variable. And here in the third example, first string to be displayed as output one element, because this is a string, because of that the string might be surrounded by the double upper quotation and then one comma, because this element is one element. So here another one element we are going to give in one print function, one output function. That's why to separate these two elements we need to use the comma. Here use the comma. And then second element is variable. So in the first example, we have used only string. In the second example, we have used only variable. But in the third example, we are using string and then variable. Here two elements we are using, we are printing. So in this case, on the output screen, this print function will display the string. String means string to be displayed as output will be printed on the output screen, as well as the variable value. The variable will be printed on the same output screen. This is third method, and then fourth method. So in the first method, we have used only a string. In the second method, we have used a variable, and in a third method, we have used a string and variable. So now in a fourth example, that means in fourth method, we are going to use multiple strings and then multiple variables. That means one more string and then one more variables. That is multiple elements we can use in one output function. That means in one by one print functions. So first is string 1. So because of this is a string, they have surrounded by the double abbreviations and then one comma, because now I am going to give the second element. So now we are giving the variable as a second element, variable, given a variable, and then one comma. Now I am going to give the third element as a string. That means string 2. So here the string 2 is also a string. We need to, or I need to surround the string by the double abbreviation I have given. And then I am going to give the fourth element. For that, to separate these elements, we have to use the comma operator. Here comma given, and then variable. So after that, I am going to give the fifth element, string 3. Because of that, I have to give a comma and then string 3. The string 3 is the string. So I need to surround the string by the double abbreviation. Here surrounded. Like this, we can extend as our wish. This is the fourth method. So in the first example, in the first method, directly given a string, and in the second example, this is second method, directly given a variable, and in a third method, that means in a third example, one string and one variable, and then in a fourth example, that means fourth method is a multiple string and multiple variable. So we can use the output function print function in 4 methods. Directly given the string or directly given the variable, and then we can give one variable, one string, and then we can give multiple variables and multiple strings. This is the way of this is the way of the output function print to use in a Python programming language. So always the output function will display the results on the output screen. That is the main one. And now input function. So here, first of all, we want to know what is input functions. So as the name gives itself, the name itself says this is one kind of input process. Input function. So input function is used to accept the data as an input at runtime. So here, to use the input functions, there is a syntax. We need to follow the syntax. So syntax is given here as an example. Variable, first one is a variable and equal to input function. So input function, in between opening and closing parentheses, there is a prompt string. The prompt string in the syntax is a statement or a message to the user to know what input can be given. That's what the main purpose of this prompt string. And then the prompt string will be displayed on the output screen, and then the user will read this one and give the input, expected input. That's what the purpose of the prompt string. Without the prompt string also we can use the input function, but at the moment the user may be confused what input or what action to be performed or to be given. That's why here we have used a prompt string. Here is an example given. First, city is a variable and then equal input function. In input function I have given enter your city. Enter your city. The enter your city is the prompt string that will be displayed on the output screen, and then the programmer or the user read the string, and then he can recognize or he can understand what input can be given or needs to give, and then the input will be given by the user. Here you can see the output of the input function. Enter your city. Here given as an input Madurai. The Madurai going to be saved in city variable. That's what. And see the second example. In the first example, directly given the string, but in a second example we are using the output function, print function, to display the result and what input have been given. So here print in between opening and closing parenthesis, I am from is a string, comma city. In city there is a Madurai. It is printed. And then see the second example. So I already told without the prompt string we can use the input function, but at the moment we will be confused what input have been given. So here see the example, second example, city equal to input without prompt string. Here given Rajarajan as an input, and print I am from string, comma city, I am from Rajarajan. So here there is no relating to the prompt string with the input. I am from Rajarajan. Rajan is the name, but I am from is an one statement. So here might be place name, but here Rajarajan. So this kind of confusion might be happen without using the prompt string of input function. Thanks for watching this video in our channel EM3 365. Like and subscribe, press the bell icon and select all. Our new videos will reach you always.